Good morning. Today I'd like to show you the latest changes in Trade Ideas Pro. This is beta release 3.1.28. Let's take a look. The first thing we added are translations in Chinese. We have a lot of friends using this in China, but with your permission, I'd like to return to English for the rest of this demo. There is a new speed option on the multi-strategy window, and it's the same thing we already had on the alerts. Let's make a new multi-strategy window and start a new strategy and configure. The high-low ticker will work fine. It's updating a lot of stuff at once, and sometimes that can be confusing. So let's change the speed option to fastest. Now you can actually see them scrolling down as they go. This may be a little too fast, so the other options such as fast and slow will make it more easy to read as they appear. We also added a freeze option to the top list window. The top list window usually moves pretty slow on its own, but now if you want to, you can freeze it. Notice how the top row changes. We highlight the top in blue so that when you know the window is frozen, and as soon as you unfreeze it, it will present the latest data all at once. For the multi-strategy window, if you start to scroll down, it has the same effect and the new data is being added to the top. So to see what you've missed, just simply scroll up. Next, in the multi-strategy window, we now word wrap the strategy name column. Sometimes there can be a lot of information in this window, and it can be difficult to display the information, but now you can adjust these columns the way you like it. In the Symbolist editor, you can now edit a symbol list by double-clicking it. We already had this function, it's just slightly easier now. And in the previous version, if I wanted to edit this list, I would have to click Edit. But now you just have to double-click the list and you'll get the same results. Resorting the top list did not work for some people. My apologies to our friends in Europe. That's just one of our bugs that does not show up on the machines unless we set them up differently. Here you can see that I sorted the list on the server by the amount up for the day. So here we see things that are significantly up, and I have a list of the top 100 items that are up for most of the day. I can resort this list by something else. I'm still looking at the top 100 that are up the most, but I resorted them by the volume today. This feature was out in the previous beta, but it was one of those obscure bugs that worked for some people but not for others. And for other bug fixes, we have discussed those in another lesson. I'm not going to list all the bugs that we fixed because for most of them, only a few people can see it. Thank you for taking version beta release 3.1.28.